These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. As we face more sizzling temperatures this week, new study shows the impact it's having on Americans' health. Nationally, more than 21,000 people have died from heat-related causes between 1999 and 2023, up 117% from previous decades. Since 2016, heat deaths have risen 17% each year. California, Arizona, Nevada, and Texas saw the most fatalities. In Maricopa County, new numbers for heat-related deaths. So far this year, there have been 150 confirmed. That's well under where we were this time last year when there were 180 deaths. County reporting 88 deaths were directly caused by the heat. 62 were heat contributed. 443 deaths are still under investigation. Several people and animals out of their home after a fire near 67th Avenue and Broadway in Phoenix. Firefighters responding around 10:30. Once they made sure no one was inside, they began working to put the flames out. Firefighters say several propane tanks on the property exploded. No reports of injuries. Firefighters have been at the house for hours putting out hot spots. New developments tonight following the DOJ's investigation into the Phoenix Police Department. Democratic Congressman and candidate for Senate Ruben Gallego now saying the DOJ misses the mark in its report. Gallego writing that while the DOJ does raise several valid points, a potential consent decree between Phoenix and the Justice Department could be costly and hurt police hiring efforts. Move comes one day after the Arizona Police Association endorsed Gallego in his Senate run. The ABC15 investigators will take a closer look at Gallego's statement tonight at 6.
So we took shelter in a cove. We saw a Native American man on horses. He was just rushing past, and he shouted at us, "Higher ground, higher ground." We heard the panic in his voice, and we knew that, okay, we need to seek higher ground.
Yeah, a hiker from North Carolina sharing her experience after being rescued from flash flooding near Havasupai Falls in the Grand Canyon last week. She was one of more than 100 people airlifted to safety at a Black Hawk. Told you Monday, though, about those flash floods. They were deadly. Chenoa Nickerson from Gilbert was swept away in the water. Her body found days later. ABC15 looking into what can be done to save lives during future storms there. We found the Havasupai tribe did draft a hazard mitigation plan in 2022 that included installing a warning system with a siren. No word from the tribe yet on the progress of the warning system. Flagstaff families bracing for higher water bills. ABC15 following up after the city held a public meeting to discuss rate increases. Families will start seeing the increases on their next bill. City says the rate increases will actually start September 1st and then continue over the next 5 years. The additional money will be used to fund infrastructure and maintenance projects. ABC15 taking a closer look to find resources for families impacted by this. There is an online calculator to help you forecast how much your bill will change. Head to cleanwaterflagstaff.com, then click Rate Calculator at the top. In the state of education, the number of students missing class consistently skyrocketed during the pandemic, and it's barely getting better. Now a number of efforts are underway to help get them back into the classroom. One effort is happening at the U.S. Capitol. Congressman Ruben Gallego recently introducing a bill to create a competitive grant program for local schools to fund proven solutions for reducing chronic absenteeism.
This is actually from having conversations with educators and parents and concerned neighbors that they saw a lot of students that just weren't coming back since COVID. And long term, that is awful for students.
Chronic absenteeism is when a student misses more than 10% of the school year. Here in Arizona, that's about 18 days. Pre-pandemic, in 2018, nearly 12% of Arizona students were chronically absent. In 2022, it shot up to 32%.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We've got another hot day tomorrow, but more chances for spotty shower and thunderstorm activity here in the valley. 80s to start the day, 100 degrees at noon, and 107 around 4 p.m. here in Phoenix. Let me show you a futurecast for that storm potential. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. Even at that point, a few spotty showers are still possible in our valley forecast. We'll keep chances going into the afternoon and maybe even into the evening. We do have a slight chance going into Thursday as well. And another air quality alert to watch on Thursday. We've had these ozone high pollution advisories for the last couple of days. Another one on Wednesday, a watch now for Thursday that could be upgraded to an advisory 2 as we get closer. So limit your time outside if you have any kind of respiratory condition like asthma or COPD. And again, that will be an issue here through Thursday as the ozone pollution builds in. We'll dry out the forecast and heat it up over Labor Day weekend. Phoenix could see a couple more 110-degree days by Sunday and Monday.